Aristotle, Aristotle in the Poetics talked about the rational experience of a play and the emotional experience of a play, and he separated them. And the emotional experience he called catharsis, and that's what everybody's written about. But he also said there's a rational experience, and that the deepest pleasure of the theater is learning without being taught. And you go to a great play, Shakespeare, Eugene O'Neill, you go to a great play, a great film, read a great novel, and you are learning what life is for these characters in these circumstances without being taught. You're absorbing life through these stories so that you can be hopefully a little wiser, a little more temperate, a little more civilized, and a little more prepared for the catastrophes which will come. And so without storytelling, I mean, we would be utterly uncivilized. So the subject matter is life. Right now in my country, here too in England, but in my country, the tensions, the suspicions between people. I mean, every time I pull into a garage, I think, oh, there's a guy who voted for Trump. I mean, and he sees me coming in my Jag, and he goes, there's a guy who voted for Hillary, right? And we're already enemies, and he hasn't even filled my tank up yet, right? And so the stress is really compounding. And I gave a little talk some time ago, and I said, that's one way to look at it, the knot it puts in your belly every morning when you read the New York Times. The other way to look at it is subject matter. Because I was talking to a room full of writers. So I said, just get yourselves together. You don't have to write politically, but this is going to affect families, it's going to affect love relationships, it's going to affect children, it's going to affect boss-employee relations. Everything is going to be affected that we now have a madman in the presidency. And therefore, experience in America is going to be unlike it's ever been. It's subject matter for comedy, for drama, for whatever. I said, so, just get out there and take advantage of it. Right.
And it's important work now more than ever.
Exactly. Somebody's got to tell the truth.
Is Trump a good storyteller?
No, he's not a good storyteller.
He must have been if he's president.
I don't know where people get these ideas. He's a bullshitter. That's not storytelling. It's bullshitting. Okay? He's a bullshitter. He's from the
someone's buying it.
He's from the business world, real estate business. Look, any TV commercial is a compound of two things: bragging and promising. We're the biggest, we're the best, we're the newest, the shiniest, and we're going to do this for you, we're going to do this for you. You're going to get sick of how happy you're going to be, right? I mean, it's bragging and promising. That's a TV commercial. He is a walking television commercial. He brags and he promises. Brags and he promises. That's not storytelling. That's bullshitting. The story has its feet in the clay of truth. I mean, it's sliding through the swamps of what is.
Okay, but someone's buying it.
But somebody's buying the bullshit. Well,
and the story narrative of his life, I understand what you mean by commercials, but the narrative of his life story, which he wrote and rewrote, there is something there that people see, I think.
Yes, but it's bullshit.
Probably,
okay?
Yes.
He was this rich. He was born rich. His father was a multimillionaire real estate guy, and the only thing important that apparently ever happened to Trump was his older brother became an alcoholic and killed himself with booze, right? And that was a lesson. And so he's a teetotaler. And I just wish he'd get drunk once in a while. Just, maybe it would, stir some insight in him. Because there is, in vino veritas, but he doesn't know truth. So, but anyway, it's terrible. It's like the tale of two cities: the best of times and the worst of times, right?
Continue watching this fascinating conversation for free by clicking on the link below to visit our website, learn from the best minds in the world, and connect with a community of passionate people building the best versions of themselves. Just click on the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.